Welcome back to Plugin Tut, your home for handcrafted WordPress plugin tutorials. And as always, I'm your host, Matt. Today we're taking a look at a theme that I've been hinting at for quite some time now. It's called the Neve theme. You can get a free version. You can get this pro version, which is up on the screen right now. Brought to you by the fine folks over at Themeisle. Full disclosure, I know Yonit, the founder of Themeisle. He has not paid me. I do not have any endorsement or sponsored content from Yonit or his team at Themeisle. Let me just give you a quick statement of why I think Neve is a great choice amongst the many, many options. I'm going to reserve a lot of my opinion at the end of this video so we can just dive into this theme. And then if you want to stick around, you can hear my thoughts at the end. But I think what really sets this theme apart is the starter sites, the templates that come with this, and the support for multiple page builders. I think that this is where I feel the Neve theme really shines. And I know design is subjective, but this is what I think is really going to make or break the reason why you use this theme is the designs included for free are fantastic. Now, I've been trying to think of a way to say this in a nice way as to not disparage the efforts of Themeisle or anyone else. But these designs are not, pushing the boundaries of web design to some ludicrous levels, right? There are some beautiful templates in the Elementor library, parallax, animation, massive font size, beautiful. But you would never use that for anyone who was a pizza flipper, a construction site, a landscaper. I mean, you could probably bend it into different ways, but the owner, the brand of those types of businesses could never use that. The starter sites that I think Neve does are fantastic for the base of general business, right? Like the general web agency, the general contractor, literally, the general doctor, a legal firm. Like the designs I think that they include are straightforward, to the point. Let's get a site up and running and we're off into the races. Whereas some other templates, it's beautiful, but you're never going to use it. You're never going to use it on a real client. You might use it on your own site. And that's what I really like about the Neve theme. All right, let's dive into taking a look. And I'm just really going to point out a lot of the features that I think are really cool, keen, unique to the Neve theme. This is Neve base. Like, this is nothing. There's nothing installed here. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to jump into the back end. And we're going to dive right into these starter sites that I am referring to at the top of this video. So when you go to demos, here are all the free themes that you can install in a click for free. And then as you get to the bottom here, you see that these are all denoted with a little pro tag for anybody who owns a pro license. Now, we go back to the top. This is by default set to Elementor. So this is going to support all of Elementor. We can go to Breezy, and you can see it kind of filters down. There's a few that were removed on that list. Beaver Builder, there's a little bit more added. Like, I love this web agency starter site. Let me just preview this really quick. I love it because it's just simple and straightforward. There's not a lot of BS. It gets right to the point. It's a very usable theme for many businesses, not just web design, but any service-based business. Straight, clear-cut, to the point, loads fast, works on mobile. You don't have to worry about anything. Thrive Architect, that's another page builder. That's a premium page builder. You can only get pro themes with Thrive Architect. Divi Builder, same difference here. No free Divi support, but you have the pro versions. And then Gutenberg. And when I compare and contrast this to, let's say, Blocksy, as of the video that I put up yesterday, well, of course, Themeisle's been around much longer than Blocksy. It's a lot more mature of a business, of a company. So they're able to support all of these page builders out of the box. And I think this is where Neve really shines. You have that capabilities. And what I didn't show is on the pro version. Let me scroll up to the price. I think maybe just clicking on upgrade will bring me to the price. Yeah. So if you're a consultant, if you're an agency, $129 for unlimited sites with additional WooCommerce Booster, white label, and priority and live chat support. $129? to have this capability and all of the other pro themes that come with it, it's a hell of a bargain. Hell of a bargain. So I think it fits a certain type of WordPress user and end user. Implementer, consultant, agency, great solution. Quick sites, they're not really blowing your mind with crazy parallax designs, but for good reason. Not everybody needs it. So I'm just going to go ahead and, let's just go ahead and activate. Let's go Gutenberg with this theme, which I've shown before in the past. So let me import. And just like every other theme with starter sites, here's the options to start you off. Do we want the content? Yes. Do we want the customizer options? Yes. Do we want the widgets? Yes. Orbit Fox by Themeisle. This will be another differentiator, which I highlight in a moment. And then, of course, Gutenberg. Templates by library by Otter, which I already have installed. So let's go ahead and hit import. Give this a moment here and let it install all the content, set up the customizer, and we're done. Let's go ahead and view the website. Here it is, right? Everything is set up for me. I selected Gutenberg, so let's remember that. And it's done instantly. It's quick, it's fast. Let me go to edit this page. And here's everything right here in the Gutenberg editor. Very easy for me to modify. Everything makes sense. If I look at all the sections, everything is nicely tucked away in its own section. And I could come in and modify these sections using while the Otter plugin. It's a very long name. I don't really like it. It's the one thing I don't like about this plugin. It's a really long name. I just call it Otter plugin. It's Otter Gutenberg library block thing. Probably for SEO purposes. Hey, we're all trying out there. But when we have that stuff enabled, these are the options that we can play with to modify each of these sections, right? Spacing, custom CSS, animations. We can do all this stuff that you would normally find in a page builder, but it's sort of built into the Gutenberg options here. And I really like that. I think they're doing a fine job implementing into the Gutenberg experience. Also very unique to Neve, and again, this Otter plugin is it's going to drop in the little navigation icon in the toolbar. I forget what the official name of this, the icon tray, toolbar tray for Gutenberg, which allows you to select some of their special features when building out Gutenberg sites. And then My Stock Photos, if you want to pull in some photos from My Stock Photography. And that's going to lead me into their companion plugin. Now, Bloxy calls it their companion plugin. They don't really call it a companion plugin here. They just call it an add-on plugin, a recommended plugin. And when you go into Orbit Fox by Themeisle, it's going to allow you to, enable the plugins and feature sets from the Themeisle ecosystem. And I think we're all well aware these days that these starter themes, this is what it's all about. It's about getting you in the door with the designs that you might like and some of the features that you might like, and expanding your opportunity, expanding your feature set through options that they've created within their ecosystem. And I think they do a fantastic job at this. There's a lot of stuff. You can get a social sharing module, uptime monitor, analytics integration, template directory module, which I'll show in a moment, as a key differentiator. Menu icons. This is the My Stock import. So if you didn't want that anymore, let's go ahead and disable that. We'll go back to posts, edit, and you can see that where we had the My Stock icon before, is no longer there. So Orbit Fox allows you to expand some of the feature set around the theme. It's not specific to the theme, but it's around the theme. It's that ecosystem of Themeisle. We go to the template directory, and this is really cool. So not only do you have the starter sites that you can use to build out these quick web design sites, projects, they have an extra set of templates. Now, from what I can tell, I wish they would add like a filterable view like they have when you install the theme. When I go to more details, you can see that this required plugins is Elementor Page Builder, so it doesn't actually have the support for Gutenberg. But if you're using Elementor, this is just a nice little option to have different templates that you can load into your Elementor project. So, not the actual starter site template. These are standalone templates that you might want to use for landing pages, one-click product purchase pages or anything like that, or contact us pages. It's a nice little add-on. And I think that if they spend time investing in this area, again, for free, it's pretty powerful, right? That's pretty powerful. Let's go into the customizer of Neve. And this will sort of be one of the last major features that I highlight here. And this is really what I mean by how or why this is slightly different than the competition. And I'm going to get into my dialogue about themes at large. But when we go to layout, everything is sort of tucked away, nice and neat. One thing that I do appreciate is the pro features. They aren't overwhelming. It's not going to follow you along, and when you get into a certain section, it's just hitting you with a pro purchase upgrade. Here's the view of the pro features section. Go ahead and take a look at it if you want. But you have all of or most of the options that you really need to put together a unique site. So you have your container, which you'd be able to set your actual container width, and you can do it across all the different viewports. It's just really simple. It's what you expect, right? The features and the options are exactly what you expect, right? So let's just go to a news post. And theoretically, if I'm switching this, I don't know if it's going to do this in the customizer. It might. Oh, that's the blog archive. Let me go back to news. And this might look a little funky here, but you can kind of see it's a pretty tight space to be putting a sidebar in. But you can see that's full width, and if you wanted with a sidebar, let's just squeeze this out of the way. Yeah, that particular text widget is not rendering really well. But if we go to single post, which is this hello world, you can see the sidebar on the right-hand side. I can switch it to the left-hand side. Single column, I can make the content width really tight or just stretch it out to 100%. These UI elements, working with customizing this Neve theme, in contrast to Blocksy and other themes, not just Blocksy, but it's the one that's fresh on my mind. These features, this user interface, I don't know how to say this, it's not over-designed. It's not over-engineered. I'm not saying that Blocksy is, but Blocksy has this more elegant, flowy kind of interface. You feel like you're decoupled from WordPress. It's its own thing. It's nice. It's elegant. It's beautiful. But the Neve user interface in the customizer is straightforward. You find the option, you click the option. There's no, where is that tucked away? Is this so beautiful that I can't really find it? I think for a new WordPress user, this is very, very important. The buttons are there. They're clickable, right? And I can only think of, I have an iPhone 7, right? So it's got the button. It doesn't have, the Face ID unlock. It's not the buttonless interface. And sometimes I struggle because so many, if I grab my sister-in-law's iPhone, she has, the newer version, no button, the iPhone 11. And it's like sometimes I'm just like, where's the button? I just want to click a button to get back to the home screen or unlock my phone. I don't need all this over-engineered stuff. And it's very hard for me to illustrate this without sounding like Neve is missing something, because it's not, or Blocksy or other themes are doing something they shouldn't. But it's very straightforward. And, even things like this color selector, right? The color selector is bigger elements, right? It's big navigation items. I can see the big section where I click on. If I want to clear it, the big clear button is there, right? These are things you can't miss. And it lends to enjoying using the product, and you're not thinking about moving, where do I find these options? Right? Some themes they don't have it, or it's too elegant, it's too compact. There's a lot of different trees that you have to expand, branches of a tree that you have to expand to get down to options. So I just really enjoy the way that they've approached, look at this. This is perfect example right here. Every option is right in front of me. Whereas Blocksy, like, it's nice, it's elegant, and it's nice. I like how they compact everything. When you click on something, you expand it. But that's me as like a user who enjoys using software and seeing new ways of using software. This is nice and clear. And you click on the fonts, you can see all the fonts, the different examples right here, and all of the options for switching, again, mobile, font sizes. You can just do that all from this nice interface. Again, I enjoy using it. I think that the options are perfect, and all the way down to the buttons, setting your primary and secondary buttons. Everything is very easy to use and very clean and clear cut on how to do this stuff. It's the Neve theme. I just wanted to talk about it and show some of the most important features of it. I'm not going to go any further and like go through all the different starter sites or, designing a site. Maybe we can if you want. But what I want to do is just end this video with sort of what I was hinting at all along here is, man, there are so many great themes out there. I don't know where to begin anymore. There was sort of a downward trend, like when Gutenberg was just rolling out and page builders were rising up, right? The dominance of page builders, Elementor, Beaver Builder, Breezy, all of these other builders that were out there. Like the theme space seemed uncertain. There was a lot of uncertainty. They didn't know where, like theme developers didn't really know and designers didn't really know where to invest in. Now that Gutenberg is here, there's a lot of options. These themes are now forced to put a lot of options in so that they can sell you into an ecosystem so that they can have a sustainable business. And you should want these folks to have a sustainable business. This was one of my fears when I first saw Blocksy. It's like, how are they going to make money with putting all this stuff out there? All of these themes are super capable. They're amazing. And I think what's going to happen in the future as they all compete to almost have near identical features is you'll be really voting with your dollars by who is the company behind this product. Do I want to buy from this company? Who are they? How do they give back? What's their business model? What's the price point? What's their ecosystem as step number 2? Like, if I buy this theme, what else am I getting into? Right? So that's one thing I actually didn't show, and I could go back as like a bonus feature of Neve is if I go to Appearance, Theme Editor, not Theme Editor, Neve Options, and you go to their useful plugins. Now their Orbit Fox will do this too, but and this is their Orbit Fox by Themeisle. Image Optimization, Lazy Load by Optimal. This is another product of theirs. RSS Aggregator by Feedsy, another product of theirs. This is that Gutenberg Blocks template. Elementor Page Builder, of course. WP Product Review, and not all of these are theirs, like the Weglot plugin, the WP Forms, and AMP for Google, but at least these top 4 are. And what's the rest of the ecosystem look like? And then it comes down to, I think, design. Are the designs what I need for my user? Like the project that I'm working on or the website I'm building for myself, are these starter sites the ones for me? Are these designs the one for me? Can I really use this in these projects? Then I think lastly, it's going to come down to, and you could debate this, but like I showed you the stuff in the customizer here, is it intuitive? Is it clear cut? Do I know where I need to go to get to the options I need to work on the project at hand? Like, can I use this as the tool that I wanted it to be from the beginning? Sure, it's beautiful. Sure, it works fast. But is it too confusing? Is it too elegant? Are there not enough features? Too many features? Does it slow me down? And I think you can start to use particular themes from particular vendors for particular projects. And I know many of you have done this. This is not rocket science, but you can only go so many. You can't have 12 different theme providers. You're always bouncing between, a dozen of them. It'd be impossible for you to support. But again, the things I really like about Neve, their starter sites, the designs of the starter sites, the compatibility across page builders all the way from Elementor to Gutenberg. I love the customizer, straightforward features, and elements that I need to click on. And I do like some of the ecosystem that it dumps you into. Some of the dumps you into sounds like a bad thing, but I like the ecosystem that they have, that you can do it. And at the end of the day, if you're turning this into a business, $129, this is not even a promotional price. This is not Black Friday. There's no discount. $129 gets you all of the unlimited sites that you can install this on. White label, right? So if you wanted to hide the fact from, your customer, get things out of the way, you can white label it. And another overlooked thing, it comes with priority support and live chat support. Which not a lot of theme companies or plugin companies put an emphasis too much on support, and they should. Because if you're selling this to a customer and your customer's relying on you, you want to be able to skip ahead of the line, right? So $129 is a damn good deal in my book. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of people love Blocksy. I know a lot of people love all these other themes. I love Neve. I've been using it on a couple sites for these small businesses in my area for the free side, and it just works a treat. And I, just want to pay them some respect there. Let me know what you think about Neve in the comments below. It's pluginshut.com, pluginshut.com/subscribe to join that mailing list. We'll see you in the next video.